Today, we will talk about 9 foods that weaken your immune system. So before we get started, make sure to hit that like button, also subscribe to my channel. While a nutrient-dense, well-rounded diet supports your immune system, a diet that's low in nutrients and high in ultra-processed foods impairs immune function. 1. Added sugar. There's no doubt that limiting how much added sugar you consume promotes your overall health and immune function. Foods that significantly raise blood sugar, such as those high in added sugars, increase the production of inflammatory proteins like tumor necrosis alpha, TNF-A, C-reactive protein, CRP, and interleukin-6, IL-6, all of which negatively affect immune function. This is especially pertinent in people with diabetes, as they can have elevated blood sugar levels for longer than people with well-regulated blood sugar levels. What's more, having high blood sugar levels may inhibit the response of neutrophils and phagocytes, 2 types of immune cells that help protect against infection. Furthermore, it has been shown that high blood sugar levels may harm gut barrier function and drive gut bacteria imbalances, which can alter your immune response and make your body more susceptible to infection. For example, a 2012 study in 562 older adults found that those who had elevated blood sugar levels also had lower immune responses and higher levels of the inflammatory marker CRP. Similarly, many other studies have linked high blood sugar levels to an impaired immune response in people with and without diabetes. 2. Salty foods. Salty foods like chips, frozen dinners, and fast food may impair your body's immune response, as high-salt diets may trigger tissue inflammation and increase the risk of autoimmune diseases. In a 2016 study, 6 healthy men first consumed 12 grams of salt per day for 50 days. This was followed by around 50 days of consuming 9 grams of salt per day, and then consuming 6 grams per day for a similar duration. Lastly, they consumed 12 grams daily for another 30 days. On the high-salt diet containing 12 grams per day, the men had higher levels of white blood cells called monocytes and inflammatory markers IL-23 and IL-6. They also had lower anti-inflammatory protein IL-10, indicating an excessive immune response. Salt may also inhibit normal immune function, suppress anti-inflammatory response, alter gut bacteria, and promote the generation of immune cells that are implicated in the pathogenesis of autoimmune diseases. In fact, researchers believe that excessive salt intake may be associated with the increase in autoimmune diseases in Western countries. 3. Foods high in omega-6 fats. Your body needs both omega-6 and omega-3 fats to function. Western diets tend to be high in omega-6 fats and low in omega-3s. This imbalance has been associated with increased disease risk and possibly immune dysfunction. Diets high in omega-6 fats seem to promote the expression of pro-inflammatory proteins that may weaken the immune response, while diets higher in omega-3 fats reduce the production of those proteins and enhance immune function. What's more, studies in people with obesity indicate that a high dietary intake of omega-6 fats may lead to immune dysfunction and increase the risk of certain conditions like asthma and allergic rhinitis. However, the relationship between omega-6 fats and the immune response is complicated, and more human research is needed. Regardless, researchers recommend that you maintain a healthy balance of omega-6 to omega-3 fats, which is considered to be around 1 to 1 to 4 to 1 to promote overall health. 4. Fried foods. Fried foods are high in a group of molecules called advanced glycation end products, AGEs. AEGs are formed when sugars react with proteins or fats during high-temperature cooking, such as during frying. If levels become too high in your body, AGEs can contribute to inflammation and cellular damage. AGEs are thought to weaken the immune system in several ways, including by promoting inflammation, depleting your body's antioxidant mechanisms, inducing cellular dysfunction, and negatively affecting gut bacteria. As such, researchers believe that a diet high in AGEs may increase susceptibility to diseases like malaria and increase the risk of medical conditions like metabolic syndrome, certain cancers, and heart disease. Cutting back on fried foods like French fries, potato chips, fried chicken, pan-fried steak, fried bacon, and fried fish will reduce your intake of AGEs. 5. Processed and charred meats. Like fried foods, processed and charred meats are high in AGEs. For example, a study that analyzed the AG content of 549 foods found that fried bacon, Broiled hot dogs, roasted skin on chicken thighs, and grilled steak have the highest age contents. Processed meats are also high in saturated fat. Some research suggests that diets high in saturated fats and low in unsaturated fats may contribute to immune system dysfunction. Additionally, a high intake of processed meats and charred meat has been linked to various diseases, including colon cancer. 6. Fast food. Fast food has been linked to many negative health outcomes. Eating it too frequently may also take a toll on your immune system. Diets high in fast food and highly processed foods may drive inflammation, increase gut permeability, and cause bacteria imbalance in the gut, all of which can negatively affect your immune health. Fast food can also contain the chemicals bis-2-ethylhexyl thicylate (DEHP) and disononyl thicylate (DNP), which are two types of phthalates. Phthalates can leach into fast food, for example, through packaging or plastic gloves worn during food preparation. Phthalates are known to disrupt your body's endocrine, or hormone-producing, system. They may also increase the production of inflammatory proteins that can weaken your immune response to pathogens and cause immune dysregulation. In addition, phthalates may reduce gut bacteria diversity, which can negatively affect your immune system. 7. Highly refined carbs. Eating highly refined carbs like white bread and sugary baked goods too often may harm your immune system. These are types of high glycemic foods that cause a spike in your blood sugar and insulin levels, potentially leading to the increased production of free radicals and inflammatory proteins like CRP. Plus, a diet rich in refined carbs may alter gut bacteria, which can negatively affect your immune system. Choosing nutritious, high-fiber carb sources like starchy vegetables, oats, fruit, and legumes over refined carbs is smart to support immune health. 8. Certain high-fat foods. A diet high in saturated fats and low in unsaturated fats has been associated with immune dysfunction. High saturated fat intake can activate certain signaling pathways that induce inflammation, thus inhibiting immune function. High-fat diets may also increase your susceptibility to infection by suppressing your immune system and white blood cell function. Additionally, rodent studies have suggested that high-fat diets can cause gut bacteria changes and damage the intestinal lining, potentially increasing infection and disease risk. 9. Drinking alcohol. A glass of wine here and there has been shown to have some health benefits. 1. But excessive alcohol consumption, even short-term, can alter your immune system. Researchers have noted that there's been a long-observed relationship between excessive alcohol intake and a weakened immune response. Other outcomes observed involve an increased risk of sepsis, infection in the blood, a higher incidence of postoperative complications, poor wound healing, and a slower and less complete recovery from infections. Excessive drinking includes both binge drinking and heavy drinking. Binge drinking is defined as 4 or more drinks during a single occasion for females and 5 or more for males. Heavy drinking means consuming 8 or more drinks per week for females and 15 or more for males. What do you think of our video? Let me know in the comments section below. Before you go, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.